pro crew, a couple of women, three pros,
It's probably 3 pros. Less than
16 maybe.
It wasn't a very good turnout. Well, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, she did raise money for charity. She wasn't a big guy, but I think she was open. But,
It's what we went back with. It's hard to run a tournament, and you don't realize how hard it is to run.
so she took on a lot. She might have not realized how much.
Well, I think there was some hurdles she couldn't get it sanctioned, so that hurt. You know, they just had the women's blow a little bit, like 3 weeks prior, so that obviously hurt. There were some things. I mean, she was an inexperienced TD. She made a couple of mistakes that a lot of people that were there wouldn't realize they were mistakes, but they definitely were mistakes. She did a great job. I think overall she raised a good chunk of change. I wasn't very excited as a professional showing up at that tournament. We had $40 to play. Rudy, myself, and John Lovery played $40. So the women's entry fee was $30, the pros were $40, the AMs I believe were $30 as well.
30, yeah.
Who won AM? Anybody know?
She.
What did you get for winning AM? Trophy and this? And this? And this? Okay. And then the women, I think Debbie won. She got a trophy and this.
Yes.
I won pro. I got a trophy and this. So why did you guys get paid $30 for a trophy and this, and I paid $40 for a trophy?
Because they were smarter.
So that's what I'm saying. She did a great job, but a professional comes to play for money. So I don't mind you keeping a percentage of my entry fee for charity, but you can't keep it all. You have to have a cash payout. Pros play for cash, you don't play for a discount trophy.
I didn't realize that.
And you paid $40 for nothing. I'm not saying that. You and John Lovery paid $40 for donating to a charity.
You got to feel good.
Absolutely. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that I've been playing professional disc golf for 4 years. I've played charity events a lot. There's an expectation there. I wasn't expecting to pay $40 and not get
A lot of those fundraisers, what the pros puts in, the charity keeps 50%.
Usually that's what it is. Absolutely. And I would even have been fine with 75%. You know?
Right.
Something. I did not, and it was my fault. I signed up. I didn't ask her, hey, what's the payout? You know? I just was wrong. Everything was wrong.
Came around town.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My point is that for charity events, professionals expect something, small capital. I would have liked to have seen 50% of my entry fee going to charity, without a doubt. I probably would have given half my winnings to charity, just on top. I would have just put back to cover my bar tab that amount of money. But in the future, let's work with those to show her what real charity events do. Because the downside is that what would happen if we had 10 or 15 or 20 pros show up. And the winner got a trophy and this, and everybody else would go upset. You know, that's what I'm saying. They would never come back.
Like you said, you didn't know what you did.
Right.
So many people showed up and they tried to see it, and that would have been their own fault.
Well, they would have been, because there's an expectation. I mean, we played charity events before. So when we go to a charity event, we understand that the payout's not going to be stellar, but there's still going to be something to play for. So we need to, for sure. Absolutely, she did a great. I mean, bless her heart, man. She was there. She was
I had a great time. Everybody there had a great
We
time.
had a blast. We went to Flounders afterwards and had a great time. And it was a lot of fun, but
I do think it's a tournament that can grow, as you say, pieces left.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. Because I want to see it grow.
Right.
Next year, I want to see 60, 70 people there for charity. But we've got to do it right. We've got to get the hand store there. We've got to figure out a way to get sponsorship to offset the cost of the disc. And we've got to get prices. We've got to get more than, a disc and a trophy just for the winner.
Okay, I think we're pretty much running it down here. Jeff Erickson suggested we do some more cash boxes because the guys are only still around the money. It kind of sort of like the double. I don't know, maybe only a cash box is going to seem like a little sticker, or a car box or something like that.
Well, doubles,
change in dollars.
Yeah, something cheap to you.
And I'll be glad to donate it to the club.
Who all is accumulating money?
You gotta pay for the base for all that.
But you don't need a cash box for that. No, we don't need a cash box. You need a kit. You're exactly correct. There is a kit for Castle Hill. Clemson set it up, good for him. It's awesome. There's a box, there's a clipboard, sign-up sheets, there's an envelope for the ACE pool, which is where the cash is. You use the ACE pool to make change. So there's not, because cash, Douglas is 100% cash paid out. The only change you have on hand is the ACE pool. So I don't even know how does, they just left. How do those guys make change in Arrowhead?
They bring their own.
They bring their own, usually Dave shows up the gripple ones.
Okay, that's cool. So they need a kit. They definitely need a kit.
I don't know how far in it is or not, but whoever the key is for that, this is that you get. I think it's up to the key to decide.
He needs to
They
make a
do
kit.
something like they're trying to fill around with money.
He did, we already got one.
I try to tell them that they do a good job. And I'm saying, they just need more, it's kind of still like a free-for-all out there. As far as,
Well, I think that sheet's gonna help you out from them.
that's what I was there. I told him, because he's had this big dollar cash, I'm like, what's your payout? And he's like, we're figuring it out. Like, it's gotta be the same every time.
They're figuring it out.
Well, I told him, I would win for sure, man. I mean, it's, like I told him, man, like it's basically, you got to pay out 20, you get 40, you just
Right.
well, break up the cash.
If they have 40 this Monday, it needs to be the same payout as 40 next Monday. I can't say this week we're having 20 to first, next week we might do 15.
You're walking away with 50 apiece, you're going to say shit.
No, I know, and I told them, I was like, I just want to make it fair.
Yeah, you're right. Well, they expect the payout, I think that way.
Right.
I just want to, we'll close it out here. Did you attempt to have the juniors division?
You know, it's gonna need a little bit more work because, and I was going to, but some of the parents approached me and they were like, no, there's no way that my kid can set 36 holes of disc golf. And I didn't really think about it not being a parent. It's like, it's a lot, you know? And I was just wanting a bunch of kids to come out and play with disc golf with us. It's a little bit more than that. I think what we need to do is have their own event, and maybe try to coincide something with us where we can kind of, go along with this. But it was too much for me as being a non-parent to be able to actually plan like I thought I would be able to. Because Eric's got a couple kids, but like 9. They can't play 36 holes of golf. And they damn sure can't play the castle.
I'll second that. I was thinking about it today. If we had a separate event, do 9 holes and then a lunch break.
Yeah.
Cook some hot dogs, have them do like a little putting contest,
Yes,
something fun.
exactly. That's what I'm
missing. And they can go play the back 9 and we're going to do awards at
Right. It should be
That's
incorporated
where
with
they're
our
paid
monthly,
for.
basically.
Right, well, a junior event, we can put new tee pads out for just
Yes.
those guys. You don't have to.
Or even like, 10 and under, shoot from here, 10 and over, shoot from here, something like that. There needs to be more thought put towards it than just saying, hey, come out to our monthly, we got a junior event. So I withdrew it. Right, and everybody's approaching me, say, hey, can I bring my kids? I'm like, yeah, let's do a kids event. And it's like, that wasn't, yeah, it needs to be a well thought out thing, I considered, maybe just like maybe a Sunday afternoon or maybe a Saturday afternoon or something, and like do it sort of like a fundraiser for like juvenile diabetes, since it's a kids event or something like that. Something like that. It needs more thought, so I need to come up with something more solid, and I need to give us somebody like Eric, somebody that has kids, to get better suggestions. Yeah, or Mitch or somebody like that.
I did just talk to Joe Wello, the PE instructor at Mary C. Williams over there by Arrowhead, and that's an in right there. We can get into the school system through him to put up flyers.
See, that would be great. They have their own event. We don't need to incorporate with our
Yeah. Something specifically for them and nothing else on that day.
I just wanted to ask one quick question. What's the status on the T sign on 015?
We talked about that?
No, we didn't. No, it's on there. I saw it on there, but
Good call.
That's kind of on the list, I guess, as far as 6 and 7.
Yeah, it's still,
We need to talk with Stu, right?
Someone's got to call Stu and say, we need to, got a whole 15 sign.
Do we have a sponsor or congregation?
No.
For a sign?
We don't have movers anymore, so we need blank
I'll
sign.
text Stu right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to lose the sponsor.
Would it be selfish to put maybe club info on these things?
I'm trying to get $500 for
My
it.
father, and my brother, he must love it a lot. Sometimes
You still do it, you still do it, like, reprint the sign.
Maybe music problems.
Speaking of $500, how's the guy in New York? Is he, where are we at with that?
I'm still waiting on his, I sent you an email, I'm still waiting on him to
He's
reply.
just so laid back. He doesn't care.
Remember that?
What about the brewery?
I talked to Matt Neighbors about that.
So Neighbors knows about it? So Neighbors knows that guy? Cool. Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay, cool.
I haven't seen it.
So they're both just in process.
They're in process. I don't know if you pull anything off the shield thing or not, but you know, look, the music fest thing that happened with the Penguin was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like that, I didn't know about it, but they're one of our own sponsors, and now we know they do something.
Yeah, here.
How did that turn out?
I was just throw pink because no one ever contacted me about that. I never got any information.
Well, they went out there, but the club sign, the club banner was a much better server. Penguin than it was.
Yeah.
Like, we had the end of a banner out there.
I know.
I don't have.
Do you
Well,
have?
that's the other thing, should we
Shut
maybe,
a couple
should we
discs.
maybe,
I gotta get that.
Really, should I really?
I just really was like, this
Everybody has one bag.
But I never got any contact information. So I guess I'm still playing through
his
it.
wife just took it over, so I got
I'm sorry about that.
You did.
Because I thought that
And you know, I probably should have reminded her, but I
you
got
and
it.
Shannon and Angelica, you guys would have figured out a time to meet or something. I'm sorry about that, but we probably need to get another, we only have one banner. And I felt it was more appropriate to have it for Pink Banana. And even though what you're saying makes sense.
I think it would have been cool to
We need to make another, we need another club banner, I guess.
Well, plus we got those, who's got the little?
They're in the back of my truck right now.
No, for what we did, it was great. It was awesome. I mean, it looked like it was a huge success.
what we're in this.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we definitely,
More discs for the store.
Guys, real quick,
oh, we gotta do this.
we're gonna break up all the discs right now, into two sets, Arrowhead and Castle Lane. I don't know where we're at disc-wise of filling all of our bins. Do you think there's another one in your shed, or do you think it's just?
I think I have another one in there. I
Yeah,
have one in here
right now. Can we vote, is it okay to make a disc order?
I see no problem.
I mean, we're so flush with cash. Can we spend some money on this? I don't know what happened. I wasn't involved in this. I don't know what happened with the trilogy stuff, but this is what we have. This is what we spent $270 on. And then there's disc wrap in there.
It's not what we spent $270 on, what we paid out
Right.
Arrowhead.
It's what's left over from spending
Yeah.
$270.
And that's not what we spent $270 on.
This is disc wrap, disc wrap, disc wrap,
So what happened, Keith knows what we got with
disc wrap.
What happened was, Heath did not get his full order for the trilogy, so we filled out the box.
So where's this?
so you fill out the box.
He filled out the box with some very nice buzzes and one pretty sweet copy.
Yeah, you're right, but I'm just saying.
Oh, so that's
Our
what
whole
this
thing
guy
was to
That's what
introduce
this
a trilogy to the club, and this is what we've got. It's 18 discs.
What,
No, but we sold two and we paid out, that's what we did the monthly vouchers with at Arrowhead last.
That's all we had.
Because we had no club sold.
Let me ask a simple question.
Kyle,
Are there discs?
No, he did. Yes, he
That's
did.
why we-
he had it in possession.
I think there's discs that have been paid out. They didn't have it in the store at the last Arrowhead, so they had to use this.
My biggest argument with that is, you know, I picked it up and there were maybe 25 trilogy discs in it, it's like 4 molds.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
we need to
there's
do our own
Trojas, Pearls, Pro
We need to do our own
Snakes, Worlds.
I wonder if he would take back the disc wrap stuff on his next.
I don't think we need to.
I think we need disc wrap. I think we need disc wrap. There's nothing wrong with this. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'm
let's come down to possibly having an inventory list. I don't know.
Well,
Don't we send in, should be an
I
inventory?
think we're about to get a list together tonight, just put it up.
We should have been for it. We should have.
Perhaps once a month.
All right, then, don't call it out.
Somebody should inventory what we have, and we should take control.
Okay, so
I agree.
back to last month's meeting, we talked about organizing the club store. We need retail sheets with retail pricing for every type of disc that we carry. And we need them prominently displayed on the bins themselves. It probably needs to be laminated.
I got a link.
So that's one thing that the club needs to do. Somebody needs to spearhead that. Mike's right. I think an inventory wouldn't be a bad idea. The biggest thing is we just need more discs. He didn't do anything wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. We just don't have enough discs. Let's make another disc order. Let's buy more discs.
I think we need some way to balance what we're selling against what we got paid.
Well, there is. There absolutely is, for sure. It's before we went 6 months without making a cash box deposit, you could calculate to the penny what was in that cash box, and you could bounce that off against however many discs were in.
I mean, I don't need necessarily an inventory list by mold, but at least by price point.
That's exactly right. You need Champion Z, whatever.
You know, so I can say, okay, I sold this many champion discs, I sold this many star discs, I sold this many pro discs, this is how much money I got, all right, that jives, and I turn my money into good money.
That's a big step. It's a tough thing to do for sure.
You're gonna get the account number, the club account number, and on that Monday, that's what we've discussed. Both Chief and Steven are gonna have account inventory.
He's talking about inventory. So
Right.
if you want to do that for Arrowhead, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you, baby. You're the TD.
All right.
You got the store. If you want to inventory that, and then after the monthly, go home and say, okay, I have this, I have that now. You know what I'm saying?
Just a matter of if you
Awesome.
sell like off the list.
So one way to keep up with what Dave was saying before we had this huge, all this cash built up over 6 months is, I don't know if we told you, but what we discussed, the tournament committee, Chi and Steven are gonna have the, account number for the account, for the club account, and they're gonna make a deposit instead of waiting to give it to Jason.
What a great idea. How simple is that? What can we think
I
of?
mean, the downside is you're giving people access to our bank account. But I trust
Well,
them.
well,
I mean, I trust
They're trustworthy.
They wouldn't be able to take it only deposit,
Oh,
yes.
so they got it.
But they're not, that's not.
They're not-
Nobody can have anybody's account.
But you have possibility on
That's a
these
great
credit
idea.
issues, you put a deposit.
Deposit slips, that's all.
Yeah.
That's it, that's all it needs, deposit slips.
I mean,
We can't make withdrawals.
Yeah.
We cannot make withdrawals.
yeah.
But anybody can make a deposit if you have the account number.
That's
It's
right.
like your checking account number. If I have your
Yeah,
account
any
number, I
random
can take
stranger
money
can
out.
walk into the
I
bank and
can
deposit money
I
in
can
your
take
account.
money out.
What about electronic?
You would still have to have some way.
You had to have passcode, username.
I mean, you would have to have,
Routing number and account number. That's all.
not to withdraw.
No.
It's just withdrawal.
No way.
It's
No,
just-
Routing number, account number, you still have to pass it.
ACH withdrawals only require routing number and account.
That's
You have
what
an
you're
ACH
saying.
system, you can
I
access
could
that.
go to your bank and withdraw.
Somebody's
money.
gonna get arrested and go to jail for fraud.
But you have to.
My point is, we're fine. I'm cool with you guys having access to this account. I'm just making a point of, let's not go willy-nilly and just throw a fucking account number.
Sure.
I'm all for it.
But it's on every checker, right?
There's only $3,000 in the account?
Did you just say only $3,000?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get arrested and, you know, for $3,000 by embezzling.
I ain't coming with underwear on the street. All right.
I don't know why we're saying it's
Yeah, if everything is, if we're there, then
Yeah, we're there.
Well, I want to go to new business here.
All right.
I would really like to see us set up as a club, a disc day. Girls and Boys Club, YMCA, YWCA, let's get new members into the club, kids playing. We just have a fun day for everybody.
Well, I can tell you that once we kind of get everything settled down, and some of these ideas about the junior tournament, that fall right in. better place to have this day than at the
Absolutely.
You go in the
Yeah.
field, you throw, show them how to throw, you take them on, so that's a great idea.
And I want to set the groundwork for it now, so everyone's thinking about this. I mean, I know it's in the future, and we need to do it toward the end of summer. Kids are getting ready to go back to school. Not quite, but
No, we've got a lot of community-oriented things actually we need to do. We've got these scout trips lined up that we want to do stuff with us. I think we're gonna have to, there's a long list of stuff that I brought with me, all the, community projects. There's just a list of stuff that we got our hands in the cookie jar with.
Well, let's start with the scout troops. What would it take to get the scout troops out there one day?
You gotta come and call the phone, because we gotta find out what people they got.
Well, very.
They let us know what type of construction we're doing, and find out if there's a truth, you do it. It's Eagle Scout, and we're definitely doing it.
Eric is a lit troop leader, by the way. Eric's kids are looking for an Eagle Scout project themselves.
You may need to be CPR certified and have a background check before any of us can go around children.
Yeah, that will.
Okay, that's cool, I understand that, but I've done a lot of sports with popcorn football, little league, and favors, and you have to have, a background check, and you have to be CPR certified.
I like to see their.
Say you want to allocate people.
Yeah, no, and again, I just call it a joke, well ever, and Jerry C. and he wants to get involved with it, and everybody who comes out and is around the kids must be CPR certified.
So the minute that sounds.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple of meetings ago, I had brought it up, you know, that that's.
I still have a question.
Yes.
With the whole Arrowhead monthlies, we decided, I believe, in February that they would have a points race, and nobody's ever done that. Nobody's posted anything on Facebook. Nobody knows when the monthlies are, when they occur, unless one of us talk about it. It's like,
When I start in July, that's 6 months, we'll do 6 months. We want to determine points off of those 6 months.
Okay.
I was under the impression, I got us kicked off taking pictures and stuff, so to log it, and I was under the impression that those pictures would be posted on the Facebook, I would check every once in a while.
I
see if
believe
people-
Kyle said every month he has been.
I haven't seen.
I know this last one I did, the last one I was.
If we're gonna do points at Arrowhead, I think we either do 6 months, starting July moving forward, or we wait to do it again next year.
I would say the latter. The thing is with the point series is you gotta be on the traffic, and that requires a whole new web page.
Yeah.
And that's what it
All right,
requires.
and I'm fine taking over monthlies, I'm fine doing points going forward, but I'm not too interested in trying to unshuffle what's already been.
No.
Yeah, I would have to go back and find the pictures on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's something we should bring to.
If it's something you want to start fresh and put that on for these next 6 months, that's
What
no
if,
problem.
and what if you started and had it ready for when you know, vote?
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. If nothing, it's going to be a test ground to figure out how to get it done.
Then I would say it's up to the club, do we wanna do 6 months points at Arrowhead, or we just wanna start in January next
Why
year?
can't you do it, July to next?
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. 6 months. Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Oh, you're talking about like running through July.
July.
You know, that's actually a great idea, because then
That's a good idea.
our skins matches aren't interfering with Kathleen's skin matches.
Plus, now you got 2 a year you can play in.
That's
Wherever
right.
You go to, whatever.
Wow.
Great idea.
Did you come up with that?
Right on the fly.
Smart guy.
That's a great idea. That's what
I
I'm
like
saying.
I like it.
That's what happens when you don't turn around.
There you go. Guys, y'all kinda missed that, but I think they're not even paying attention. I think that's a great idea. Is that what the club's gonna, we can do like the club to do on the scoreboard.
Hammer's coming down. Voted on it, said we were gonna do it, we're now at CD, charging you to take care of it some manner of fashion.
Second and third, for sure.
All right, look,
What do we do with vote?
I'll give you part one.
I like Rudy's idea right there. And I think we're gonna suggest that that's
July
July.
let's do a proper vote.
Good part.
Yeah, that's 13.
I would like to make is, instead of using our normal calendar year, fiscal year, that we actually run it from the middle of the year to the middle of the next year to help with tournament congestion and all the other logistical issues that we have.
It's like staggering the Olympics